Yep, that's right. I did a bonehead move about an hour ago. So to make a long story very short, I wasn't paying attention. I had the chute blocker down. Fortunately, the blades were off. I went through a fence gate area and I was traveling alongside a wooden fence. I wasn't even looking. And I felt the mower kind of like, I'm like, what the heck? And I looked down and it had knocked this off. I have the magnetic mount. It had knocked it off and was digging under the ground underneath the mower. Praise Jesus that the blades weren't on. But thankfully, the lanyard kept it from going down. So my main concern is that the wires, the tensile strength of the wires obviously is less than the tensile strength of the connector. I wish it had just popped the connector loose, but that's not the case. I'm pretty sure that the motor is okay. But I've got to address this. I did the rest of the yard without the chute blocker, and let me tell you what, I was in an area that I had to have it because there's rocks everywhere and there's plate glass window and sliding glass doors and my bad, my fault. All right, so let me well, I'm just gonna let you guys watch me fix this in case you ever have to do this. All right, so I guess the first thing I need to do is let me open this wiring harness and see what damage has been done up here. All right, so I'm just gonna clip this zip tie right here. Okay. All right, so it looks like there was just a crimp connection here and some heat shrink tubing. Let me cut it up here. And then cut the zip tie, the loom. All right, so that's what it was. This was just heat shrink tubed, and all right. Well, thankfully, I think I have enough wire. So what I'm going to do, obviously, we're going to snip these ends off. Just like that. And I'm going to snip these ends off. Just like that. Now I don't have much room to work with on this pigtail right here, so fortunately it doesn't look like it hurt the wiring to the motor. So let me get some, just bring this, well, you guys can see it. Let me get the wire strippers and we'll strip the insulation back. All right, so we're going to strip back a little bit of this. Let's see. All right, so I've got this much, and then I'm going to do the same here. This is just basically just an emergency repair. Obviously, I'm not going to leave this like this, but I want to see if the motor is still good. All right. So, disconnect this. and I'm going to make a permanent repair for this. But we need to address, obviously, the pretzelization of this. So let me take this off. I'm not going to bore you guys with that, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to probably straighten this out. All right, so let's try the the obvious thing first. See if we can just bend it down by hand. That is really tight. So the reason that I am keeping this bracket on here is because if I bend it without it, it's going to not line up perfect. Yeah. That's pretty ugly. Well, let's see if Quinette Lawn's weight can do it. Oh yeah. Now the problem is, this has a lot of spring tension to it, and you can see now there's a yeah, that's not cool. All right, so let me see if we can put it in the vise and do any better. All right, so look at the gap between there. Well, let's see what happens. Can't make it worse. We've already made it a little better already. Oh boy, that is bowing out bad on the back side. Whoops. Okay, so it's a little better. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the bolts here and here back in. So that's still really crooked. So there's a bad bow right here. Why don't I have the rubberized one? And to be honest, I like the metal one. I mean, I guess this is really aluminum, but I like the weight of it. It's heavy, and because I do a lot of mulching. So, all right, well, let's see what this looks like compared to the... Well, I'm gonna say that's pretty darn straight. Make sure. Yeah. All right. I need to replace this dust shield, but working good. I know this looks goofy, this dust shield, but man, oh man, does it work. Bermuda grass is super dry, and it really helps. So Need to replace it. All right, well, the only thing I need to do is I need to address this wiring. I don't have the connectors that I need, but I will do that. In the meantime, I am going to put some electrical tape on it to get me by till tomorrow, or through tomorrow, and then I will make a proper connection. You know, I could put heat shrink tubing on there and solder it. That's acceptable, but no, I think I'll use probably use some butt connectors. All right, well, hopefully if you've got one of these or any type of chute blocker, you'll pay attention and not do what I did, but it worked out. So, all right, guys, well, I'll talk to you on the next one.